What's up, guys? It is December 5th, and welcome to the forecast for this week. Big story this week is it's going to get cold. It's going to get extra cold, actually, where I'm at. Massive low pressure over eastern Canada. It's drawing this big area of cold out of the north, and it's going to drag it down into most of the states east of the Rocky Mountains. And it brought some storms through yesterday for the middle part of the country. And we can go back to yesterday's model runs, and you can see how it was drawing up this warm air from the south, and the front of the cold front was right here like this, and it just kicked up storms all along that cold front. We got some storms here in Wisconsin, and it was pretty cool. Don't get that too often up here in December, as far as I know. I am still new here, but even from just watching weather characteristics over the last few years, I haven't really noticed that before. Anyways, so yeah, this massive cold front is kind of the story for the week. It's been changing a lot over the last few forecasts. Some forecasts have shown it getting down into single digits this weekend, and some not so much for a lot of this area over here. The plains should get a massive shot of cold air all the way into Friday. You can see that here. And they were talking about snow in Texas, actually, today. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's Southwest Texas. You don't hear about that every day. Let me see if the NAM is backing that up. Yeah, it is. That's crazy. I mean, Southwest Texas is going to get some snow over the next few days before we even get snow here in Madison. We've had a couple little spits of snow, but nothing major. I mean, that's unheard of down there. That's what is that? 6 inches on average? That'll be crazy. And they're showing snow in the southeast. I don't know if I believe that. Of course, that's like 84 hours out on the NAM, so that's anybody's guess. But yeah, the GFS doesn't back up that southeast a little bit there, but they both do show this snow in Texas, so there's a good chance that you'll at least get some snow down there. That's pretty wild. Anyway, some snow for the Great Lakes area, possibly this weekend. And then as you go farther out in time, it shows some for the Northeast too. Not surprising given this massive low pressure system that's up here. It's going to drag all that cold air with it, and it's going to have some moisture on the eastern side of it too. And maybe some that hangs out here in the Great Lakes to kick up a little bit of snow. But and could see some light snow in the northern plains as well. These snow forecasts are super finicky. Like I think I said in the last forecast, so like every little thing in this could change the snowfall totals from maybe half an inch to 8 inches. It's just like subtle little differences in the environmental conditions can lead to big differences in snow. Because often, or actually, they do these snowfall ratios based on an inch of rain in a lot of the models. The Kuchera model is a little different. It actually factors in a lot of environmental conditions, but you can say kind of in general that on average for every inch of rain you get about 10 to 12 inches of snow. So the difference between like a tenth of an inch of rain and 3/10 of an inch of rain could be the difference between 5 or 6 inches of snow. So, you know, that's why these snowfall forecasts are always such a crapshoot, is because like they're just so tough to nail down with our current technology and models and understanding of meteorology. But bottom line is, you know, apparently Southwest Texas is going to get a little snow, and the Great Lakes and Northeast, maybe a little bit in the Northern Plains, are going to get some snow with this system that's moving through. If you take this model out into Fantasyland, the whole world gets snow. That's how it always is. But anyway, so those are the two big things. If you like cold weather for your hunting, which we kind of, you know, a lot of people say that's the necessity for this time of year, to get deer to go to food, then, you know, the next 10 days or so should be pretty good for most areas, especially if this actually happens getting into middle of next week. I mean, that's bitter cold for this whole part of the country over here. What is that? That's like teens in Kentucky. That's really cold. So, anyways, we may get a little, well, since this big cold front's coming through, I mean, it's mostly made its way through most of the country, but, you know, we got some storms last night in a lot of areas, so there was rain with that, but as this front continues to move through over the East Coast, it's going to keep pushing some rain with it, but it'll probably be already off the coast by the time this video comes out, so, you know, nothing major on the precipitation horizon. This is all just kind of showing that same precip that could come through the snow. You know, like this is a great example of what I was talking about. So this shows 3.5 of an inch of precipitation in western Michigan. And if we go to snow to around that same hour, you know, that's 4 inches of snow, 5 inches of snow in some areas on the Kuchera model. So it just shows you, you know, a little bit of rain can be a pretty good amount of snow, and so little changes in the precip forecast can be big changes for the snow forecast. So anyways, that's kind of the story for the week. Big cold front. Going to keep it cool for pretty much everybody. Yeah, not really any warm air making its way back in anywhere in this run of the GFS. Maybe getting up into the 50s in Texas, but that's, I mean, it's not cold for Texas, but it's, you know, average to cool for this time of year. So anyways, good luck hunting. I got to sit out this weekend for the at least buck hunting for the statewide antler list that happens in Wisconsin. I totally forgot that was this weekend. It was kind of unfortunate. I got this spot on public land that I'm really looking forward to going back to. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of deer back in there, but, you know, I guess I got to wait till next week. But that's all right. I just bought a snowboard, and I'm pretty excited to get out and mess around on that. So maybe I'll do that this weekend. But anyways, good luck this week, and we'll see you next week.